Hey, Bartholomew boy, what are we going to be doing today? I don't know. A fucking analysis video. Should we get under the FNAF blanket because we lack proper, soundproofing? Yes. If you couldn't tell by, anything I post, it's no secret that I love anything and everything Hellaverse related, and the fandom is fucking fascinating in my opinion. But there's one phenomenon I've not seen anyone really talk about.
I only poo-poo farted for the good of humanity.
For those uninvolved with the Hellaverse community or just live under a rock, Chazmataz, as it's called, is a little sub-community within the Hellaverse fandom consisting of fans for one specific character, Chazwick Thurman, aka Chaz, everyone's favorite fuckboy. This guy is a bit of an anomaly in the fan base, to me at least, because every fandom has its favorite characters, and at least in this point in time, I can safely say maybe Stolas and Fizzaroli are the top favorites in the fandom. So Chaz isn't really on that level, however, he has one of the most devoted sides of the fandom. I was around for the inception of this, and I gotta say, surprised I haven't seen more people talk about this since Chaz was such a controversial character, and the source of the sub-community was one of the biggest things to happen in this fandom, next to, Honeycast, I suppose? God, that was a while ago. The nature of this fandom encourages a ton of interaction between the creators behind the show and its respective fans, so it was no surprise when the voice actor behind Chaz, Eric Schwartz, would interact with the tons of fans sending fan art his way. But he went the extra mile. This is where I think the dedication behind Chaz as a character truly started.
And as for you filthy organic life form.
Oh boy, who fan-arted? I can safely say from experience who fan-arted solidified the sub-community as a whole. And what the fuck is who fan-arted, you might ask? These were streams hosted by Eric Schwartz dedicated to showcasing all the fan art he'd received. Seriously, it was a fucking lot. Through most of these streams, he'd have Q&As, bring others from the Helva cast on the streams as guests, and much more. The usual streamer kind of thing. What really upped the Chaz hype, in my opinion, was when Eric started dropping prompts each stream. This really tied the community together, sharing and creating content based on these various prompts only furthered the determination this community had to keep the hype for Chaz alive. In turn, creating more art and fan content for Eric to showcase on these live streams. There being more streams, more art prompts every stream, and so the cycle continues, etc., etc. And now, on to the next point, a bit of a turn to the darker side of the internet.
And the last thing that I learned is that you can hire a pizza company to turn a dead body into a pizza and then blend it into an ice cream and then gag.
It is sad to say, as much as people say cringe culture is dead, it is in fact very alive, and the Hellaverse fandom as a whole is hit with it way too fucking hard. There was no shortage of this hatred and harassment targeted towards people who enjoyed Chaz after his respective episode dropped. His crude, lewd humor coupled with the everlasting stigma against all things Helva really brought out the worst in the internet. Especially outside of the Hellaverse fandom, many Chaz-centric artists received a ton of backlash for just enjoying this character. I Do you feel as if this wave of hate sparked something different within this community due to the fandom experience many of us had had? Delphi, what the fuck do you mean by that? I mean, most Hellaverse fans I've interacted with and befriended are pretty close to my age. As of now, I'm 21. Why the fuck is this relevant? Because most of us dealt with the waves of hate, even harassment, through cringe culture. Why? I don't fucking know. Kids can't enjoy shit. But now that this generation has grown, how have we dealt with hate? Just ignoring it. Creating more content we enjoy. Some people just enjoying this content out of spite. Fellow fans eat that shit up like a buffet, and the naysayers just kind of seethe. And so another cycle begins and continues. The haters perpetuate hate, which only causes us distinguished shock and joyos to support each other, pulling this community ever closer. Segue onto the next fucking point, go. What can I say? His design slaps. There's no way around this. He brings the sharpness to the forefront, like, not metaphorically, literally. Also, big hair, check. Big tail, check. He's already got a sick as fuck silhouette. Then we got this color scheme consisting of muted shades of teal. I'm so biased about teal. With pops of this, like, off-white. I could fucking eat this design up all day. I actually used to not care for anthro shark designs much. Being exposed to the commonly used furry designs for shark characters, which, in my opinion, sorry to be a hater, look like neon cats with a fishtail. Whereas Helva brings these fishy fucking goods to the forefront. I mean, these designs actually look like sharks, but like little mobster sharks. They're so fucking cute. And then this guy, I mean, he screams shark, but shark with an ego. I fucking love it. I get so much joy out of this shit. Do not ask me about character design because I will go on talking for like 5 hours. I will not shut up if you ask me about character design, ever. And let's not beat around the bush. There's a lot more appeal to Chaz, but I don't think YouTube would really like it if I talked about that. On a side note, it was just genius to have Eric voice him. Most of Chaz's lines could only really be delivered this well by someone who's just funny, professionally, for a living. You know, a stand-up comedian.
I got a big dick.
Dun, 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 King Festive. Dun, 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 King Festive.
Ooh, in conclusion, what have we got here? Oh, that's a lot to unpack. What the fuck? Due to Eric Schwartz really showing his love for this fandom, encouraging artists to look out for one another, and the character we all brain rot over having this big personality and this baller fucking design and sticking out so far like a fucking sore thumb that it pissed off the entirety of Twitter, it created quite the little clique of cool kids within the Hellaverse fandom. One of the more interesting phenomenons I've seen happen in like any fandom in a long time. This was just a subject I found really interesting, seeing as I literally watched it unfold in real time, and I've seen a lot of video essays that are just Hellaverse centric, but none have really touched upon this, despite most of it taking place on YouTube itself, as well as other parts of social media. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a first for me. I mean, I tried recording this completely unscripted at first, and it was a mess. And then I went back into it with a script, and it's a first try. I don't normally sound that monotone. I I was getting like, whoa, I was getting like Mugman levels of stage fright as soon as I would hit record on this. Like, 2024 really is going to be the year of me getting over the fear of my own voice. I swear, guys. So, on that note, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And if you're new here, go check out my other stuff. I make animatics and some shit posts here and there. Oh, and I have a whole webcomic, actually. The second chapter just recently got an announce date. So, an announce date, a release date. Yeah. So, if you like fruity demons and loud children from Brooklyn with some sci-fi vibes, go in the link in the description to my webtoons and read the first chapter. I cannot wait to put the second chapter out. It is going to be twice as much packed in there. I'm really excited about this. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to do more of this. I think the more I do, the better this will get. That's normally how these things go. So yeah, I kind of want to go in depth about Stryker as a character if I do end up making another video. And I have some ideas to talk about FNAF Security Breach as well, if that is something you guys would be interested in watching. And I'm a little interested in doing ranking videos. If that's something you guys would like to watch, I'll get my ass moving. So thank you guys, and bye.